If you were given the choice of a new live-action Dragon Ball series, but Disney had to make it, would you take that offer? Hello and welcome to History of Dragon Ball. Today we are looking at the idea that Disney could make a Dragon Ball universe. So this is some news that has been around for a good couple of years now, but it's also something I thought could be fun to address. Obviously, in a few days we are going to get the release of the new Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, and like everything that's come before it is in animation, apart from the thing that we do not talk about. However, that thing that we do not talk about could be the hint of why Disney may have more power than you realise. So, when we look back a few years, Disney bought out 21st Century Fox. And wow, what did 21st Century Fox make? They made Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh, that's some time of my life I wish I could take back.
God, please, no! 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 No!
Now, I honestly don't know a single fan out there who liked anything about this movie. Every decision they made seemed to be a bad one, and they just didn't seem to have a clue what they were doing with this franchise.
Osaru can be beaten with fists, only with faith.
But maybe, and I mean just maybe, long term, this could work out. So, going back to my point, Disney bought 21st Century Fox, meaning they also gained the rights to what they owned. It is a similar situation to how Disney now actually own the rights to the character of Deadpool for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the same as the X-Men, and these characters will slowly get introduced, which means that Disney also acquired the rights to Dragon Ball Z. But they really didn't make a big deal about this. Obviously, everyone knows these days Disney has turned Star Wars into a different experience to what it used to be, but it's safe to say that they are not scared to put out lots and lots of content for it. It is also believed after their great success creating a Marvel Cinematic Universe, they want more. And what kind of franchise, what kind of world, what kind of long-running show could give you something of the likes of Marvel? I feel like Dragon Ball is a pretty good option there. The amount of stories that can be told, the amount of places we could go, all of these things are so possible for spin-offs, for main movies, for TV series, retelling a lot of the stories we already know, or possibly even adapting them for the big screen. Now, I know that's going to trigger a lot of people. I know there's many out there who aren't big fans of adaptation. I mean, with everything going on over the Broken Sword right now, we know there's a lot of hate for certain types of adaptations. However, Dragon Ball in live action is 1,000,000% something I would love to see in my lifetime. Now no, not along the likes of Dragon Ball Evolution, but more along the likes of fan-made trailers that have been done. Stuff that is a true adaptation of the manga, of the anime, not some massive botched job like they did before. It lends itself so well to starting off as a more child-friendly, light-hearted show, bringing it in as Goku as a younger child. Maybe you don't need to start as young as he did, but you could still start him young. And then obviously as the story goes on, you introduce more alien type characters, you make everything a bit darker, you get onto Dragon Ball Z, you learn about other planets. It just writes itself. You could definitely make something incredible with this, and it also feels like something so many fans want to see. Now, I may be wrong in saying that comment, to be fair. It's something that I've wanted to see, it's something that people I know have wanted to see. But that doesn't mean generally the larger, wider fan base wants to see the same thing. Maybe you would prefer they just stick to anime and didn't do anything live action. Obviously with something like this, you would need to cast a character as someone like Goku, and keeping an actor in that same role for multiple movies and everything like that would be very hard. But in this day and age, it's also not impossible. And that's just one of the potential downsides. Other things could be, it would be a very special effects heavy show, but at the same time I don't think it needs to be, especially early on. When you get later on into the story, again, visiting different planets, meeting more aliens, then yes, it will be. But to start off, at the core of what Dragon Ball truly started as, it doesn't have to be. You could go as big or as little as you wanted. It's the story that's there that would make it. At this point, we've had about 13 years, I believe it is, to recover from what Dragon Ball Evolution was. And I really hope this is not the one and only time they tried to do this because it failed so badly. You need to put someone in charge who loves the franchise as a whole. You need someone who grew up on Dragon Ball, who lives and breathes Dragon Ball. Like many show adaptations do, they bring in lore experts to help with adaptations, and that's something I believe they should do in Dragon Ball as well. I don't know if someone like Toriyama would want to be involved if it was live action, but if he would, why not make that call? It is not like Dragon Ball is getting any less popular as the years go on. Just simply the reintroduction of Dragon Ball Super was enough to show that the fan base is still loud and excited for new content. So just imagine it, you could make a whole universe. You could have movies based off the main story where everyone comes together. You can have stories based off the origins of most characters in the show, really. You want to go more down to earth, you look at someone like Bulma or Krillin. You want to go more down to earth but slightly more out in the wild, you look at characters like Tien and Yamcha. You want to go for the alien side, you look at the characters like Vegeta. You want to go further back, let's look at characters like Bardock or Frieza, Dr. Gero. There's so many great characters out there that could end up with their own series, shows, movies. You could even bring them all together, like an Avengers type thing when they come to fight the main villains. I could really sit down and create how I believe the whole cinematic universe could unfold over the many years. I could definitely make a 10-20 year plan of how I would adapt a live action Dragon Ball cinematic universe. And I don't see how Disney cannot be at least doing something behind the scenes to make this happen. Now, I will also be very clear here, I'm not saying Disney are the best studio in the world to be doing this. They could do an incredible job like they've done with Marvel. They could do an appalling job like they have done with some parts of the Star Wars universe. But the thing is, Disney have the rights, and the potential amount of money Dragon Ball could make, I can't see them selling it. But I will admit, this video doesn't necessarily have a bigger point. It is more that Disney could make a Dragon Ball live action cinematic universe. Do I want to see that? Hell yes. Do I also still want to see more anime though? Definitely as well. I want to see the story from the manga carry on, I want to see the story as an anime carry on, and I want to see a live action cinematic universe to complement it too. Now, I'm not saying all the stories do have to be like for like remakes, they can be adaptations and things change, but when you've got that core story there, why would you alter much at all? Just think of the epic moments we could get. That first Goku versus Piccolo fight, that first Goku versus Vegeta beam struggle, seeing the great Uzaru, seeing Goku turn Super Saiyan or Gohan turn Super Saiyan 2, seeing the likes of Cell, the androids, Majin Buu, even going further into Super when you get to see Beerus and Whis, getting to see the gods. It's just incredible to think that we could see the likes of Otherworld all on our screens. It is just something that I would absolutely kill for. Just picture seeing Super Saiyan 4 come to our screens and just how that would break the internet. But really, this is a point where I'm just going to start rounding this up because I know I am starting to ramble a bit. But I would love to know from all of you, what are your opinions on a live action Dragon Ball universe? Do you want to see one, or do you think it's something that should never see anything like live action again? I'm not saying that in terms of whether you like Disney or not, I'm just saying, would you like to see it? And maybe add in a comment too about Disney if you have a thought on that as well. But we'll see how that goes. But really, at that point, I'm just going to say thank you if you have managed to stick through the rambling, stick through the random thoughts on if Disney could make a live-action Dragon Ball cinematic universe. I hope you all have an amazing time until I see you next time on History of Dragon Ball.